It's very good to be home. It's good to be in Texas, D.C. But it is a real delight to be here, and especially among fellow travelers and good friends and energized people who care about our country. So it's a real pleasure to be here. I would like to introduce a few people with me tonight. Carol's already been introduced, but she had her happy birthday song, but that wasn't quite accurate. I told you earlier, some of you, that it really isn't her birthday. And matter of fact, it was about, I guess about 57 years ago that she coerced me into going out on her 16th birthday. She was much younger than me. And so our first date was when she was 16 years old, and she was born on February 29th. So I thought I was getting a good deal. I tried to explain it to her when we were married that I wouldn't have to buy a present, except every 4 years. I didn't get away with that. Her solution to that was I could buy her a present on February 28th and March 1st. But we also have, of the 18 grandchildren, we have one grandchild here, Lisa. I'd like Lisa to stand up. Lisa goes to school nearby. You got it. Is it you? Oh no, it's St. Edward. She goes to St. Edward. She didn't have too far to come, but she does very well in school. Looks like she'll be going to medical school soon. And but she does other things too. She also loves to play softball, and she's done that a long time. And she's not doing badly. She's doing rather well. But last week she's had a tough time though in hitting. She's been maintaining a batting average of 500, but just last week it slipped below 500. And so I admire her that she just has to get on the ball and hit that ball. She's really an outstanding student. And also, of our 5 children, we have one child here, just a little kid. But he also practices medicine up in Fort Worth. Robert is with us tonight. But also Jesse, that you just heard from, he snuck in the back door. He's in the family as well, too, He's married to one of our granddaughters, so Jess is part of the family, but he's part of the Campaign for Liberty family as well. He matter of fact, met our granddaughter during the campaign a year or 2 ago or whatever, but they've been married for not quite a year yet. But anyway, it's a real delight to be here tonight. And CPAC was an exciting event. There were many thousands there. We had our own little programs on the side too, but there was a lot of enthusiasm. We have a lot of work to go do yet. Although the crowd was very favorable, you can also tell that obviously a conservative group like that still has a lot of sympathies for the neoconservative movement, and they tend to like war a lot more than this crowd would like war. That's one thing we need to change in the Republican Party if we want to exist. And I see a change occurring. A change is coming because I believe the American people are sick and tired of what they're getting. They're sick and tired of what they've been getting from the Republicans, and they're sick and tired of what they are currently getting from the Democrats. I think the world and the country is waking up to what's happening. They're not quite sure what they're supposed to do and where they want to go. But I think the very, very large majority of the American people today are very unhappy with the current status quo, and they want some change, but I do not believe they're going to buy into the kind of change that we're supposed to be getting with the current administration. I think they're going to wake up one day and they're going to look to us and look to you and look to the Campaign for Liberty and look to our Constitution for our answers. There's a subtle change in the Congress, although there's no change in the legislation behind the scenes. There is a deep concern. There's a lack of understanding. There's very few that have been introduced to Austrian economics. They do not know yet that there's a lot of people like you out there that have some very strong sentiments and beliefs and understanding about what we should do, but a lot more so than ever before. The campaign has been very helpful in that, the presidential campaign. And unfortunately, the attention getter wasn't exactly, the number of votes or anything like that, and might not even been the philosophy immediately. But one thing that did catch their attention, and they still bring it up, even when I'm introduced on TV talk shows now, is they will make comments about the activity that we found on the internet and the ability and enthusiasm that translated into raising a lot of money with money bombs. Many of the other members will come up and ask about raising money, and they say, Ron, why don't you tell us how you raise so much money on the internet? What do you do? I said, well, I don't think you're asking the right question. And they think it's a technique and how you do it and how you get people to send money in. They never come and ask why young people might come out on a liberal university college campus and be very, very interested and enthusiastic about the message of liberty. They don't ask that question. That's the question they have to ask. And then maybe the money will be spontaneous. I could just sort of think about raising the money in the campaign was sort of like our auctioneer. Not that I want to criticize our auctioneer tonight, but he was just sort of standing there and saying, "Oh, I mean, that was pretty neat." That's sort of the way we did the campaign. We just offered up the message, and people spontaneously got excited, and they started bidding, and they started sending money, which tells us that this is a powerful message, and that's why what we're doing and what you're doing and why you're here now and laying your plans is that truly freedom is popular, I'll tell you. But there were many things I did learn in the campaign, one of which was I found a lot of you and others had an understanding and a sincere interest in the money issue. Yeah. And this to me was very exciting. The very first time that I became very much aware of how many people have been thinking about this was on the University of Michigan campus. And this came on after the debate in Detroit. We went over to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, and we had a large crowd, quite a few thousands of people. And because of the debate, we were a little bit late, but there was still a lot of young people there. But when the subject of the monetary policy came up, I was amazed that they started responding when I started talking about Austrian economics and leases and a couple things which was unheard of to talk about in a campaign. But what really astounded me is when I started talking about the Federal Reserve, they took out the Federal Reserve notes and started burning Federal Reserve notes. My proposals has been that, of course, one minor proposal was just flat out get rid of the Federal Reserve. But in the meantime, what I want to do is devise a system where we can legalize the Constitution once again, legalize freedom. That is, repeal the legal tender laws and allow gold and silver to circulate, take off all taxes on silver and all taxes on gold, no sales taxes, and no capital gains tax.